Merry Christmas! My name is Debbie Farinella and I'm with Sizzix and I'm here today at Scrapbook.com. I have a great idea, a fun little technique to show you that you can do to create some holiday decor or an invitation or gift enclosures for any of your upcoming Christmas festivities. This is our cute little reindeer box. It's a great little technique that you can add to any of your projects coming up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut our little box. It comes with all the accessories to create his cute little face, and also can be done for a little box or bag. So I'm going to go ahead and lay my Thinlit down on my cutting pad. I'm using our Big Shot Foldaway machine. It can cut Thinlits and bigs. This platform comes on this machine with an adapter pad and the two cutting pads. You don't need an additional cutting pad or adapter pad for your embossing. You just need the two. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through. And I've got all the pieces ready to go. The fun thing about this is it has the little markings there so you can see exactly where you need to put the eyes so they're spaced perfectly apart. It scores on the lines where you need to score instead of cutting, so it's ready to assemble. So to make it easier for you to apply to any of your projects, I'm going to go ahead and add our Sizzix adhesive sheet on top. So I'm going to peel off the backing and I'm going to lay it on the wrong side. So you want to have the side that's got the flat side or the grain side. The good side of the paper is always the grainy side. So I'm going to go ahead, lay the adhesive sheet on top of there, and it's ready to go. So to create the face and the ears, I'm going to run this through the machine, and I'm going to go ahead and put the ears down at the same time, cutting pad on the bottom and one on the top, and run it through. Now the crinkling noise is normal. It's just your blade hitting against your cutting pad and your paper to make sure you know that it's cutting through. And there we go, perfectly cut. There's his face. Pop that through there like that. Now, as we know, a reindeer has two ears, but I already have some already cut, so they're going to be ready to go. I went ahead and I cut them twice so I can have the inside and the outside ear in a contrasting color. So when you run it through the machine, the score lines are perfectly lined up there, so you don't have to worry about folding it correctly or evenly. So it's right there. I'm going to fold it down there. There's another score line right there. I kind of tap it with my fingernail so I'll know exactly where it's going to be. There's another one right there. And the last one is at the base, right there. So he's ready to assemble. So with our Sizzix tape runner, I'm going to go ahead and on the flat side of the skinnier tab, I'm going to run it through and do the same one on this one. Because since it's a box, it has four sides, and when you cut it, you only cut two sides. So you need to cut that reindeer twice to create all four sides. So what I'm going to do next is I like to line it up exactly where it is on the opposite side. So here's his face, here's the side of the box. Here's his face again, here's the side of the box. So it's going to be every other. So you're just going to match it up, line it up exactly. Then I'm going to fold this down, and this part should match up exactly as it should be to create the perfect box. And then you're going to close up this bottom here. And now he's going to be ready to assemble. So his face is already cut, so I'm going to go ahead and peel off the adhesive backing. And I'm going to center it so it matches up perfectly on top of his head. Lay it down. And then if you can see the little areas where the eyes are going to go, it left a little impression when I cut it originally. So it's a perfect indication of where I want to lay the eyes. And look, now you can see. So earlier I had cut the little nose, Rudolph. This is clearly Rudolph. So he's got his red nose. And it's going to go right at the base, centered below his little furry mane there in the front. I'm going to put a little adhesive tape on his ears, just at the point. Put one there in the front. Same thing with the other one. And look, he's cute already, but we know that reindeer also have their antlers. So I'm going to put a little adhesive. I cut these previously with a little black. You can do any color you want. And put them on there just like that. How cute is he? Dashing through the snow. To add to all of your holiday festivities, where it's a winter theme party or winter wonderland, Christmas, New Year's, we know it's a snowy holiday, so we've got a great little idea for you to do for home decor, party favors. The whole look can tie in from your invitation to the actual party. And I'm going to show you how to create this fun little box. So to create the snowflake box, our boxes come with just the two sides. You're going to need both sides to create a four-sided box. So with our snowflake box, it comes with assorted snowflakes for you to add to the center. If you didn't have any of these in there, your box would be a full cube, very cute, but it adds a little dimension and a little fun if you have a window in the shape of a snowflake. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to work that. So if you're familiar with the Sizzix machine, when you're cutting something that has a straight line, you want to angle it just a little bit. Otherwise, it'll still cut, but it gives a little more pressure to the rollers, and it makes your blades last a little bit longer if you have it feed through at a slight angle. Because when the rollers hit a straight line, a blade, it'll jump a little bit. Doesn't cause any problem, but it's better for the blade overall if it can enter into the roller area at an angle. So I'm going to go ahead, let's see, which little snowflake do I want? I think I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to lay that in the area there. You want to center it a little bit. If you're not sure if it's going to stay put or not, using the magnetic platform in the Big Shot Foldaway causes a little more pressure. So we don't really recommend that unless it's necessary. So what you could do is you could use a little piece of washi tape to hold it down. So I'm going to put the washi tape down. Now I know that my snowflake is ready and set and ready to go ahead and cut through. So I'm going to run it through. Make sure my cutting pad is on the bottom and on the top. I'm going to slide that down just a little bit, and I'm going to run it through. The blades with the snowflake, there's so many in there. That's why it looks like it's a little strenuous, but I'm getting to work out. So I like to turn it over and make sure it cut all the areas, and it looks like it did. So with the four sides of the box already ready to assemble, I've gone ahead and added a little adhesive liner to the flaps there. You can peel them all up. And what I like to do is I like to lay the positive side, which is this side, against the negative, which is this side here. Match them up perfectly. And you know they're going to line up perfectly because it was all cut with the same blade, same die. I'm going to make sure it's precise. And I'm going to fold it over and do the same side against this one. If I wanted all the windows to be open like that, I could go ahead and do that. I would just lay the snowflake that I chose on each panel as I cut it. Another way to do it is if you do them all and keep them flat with no opening, you could go back and position the snowflake right on top and cut it afterwards. It's easier if you can do it all in one pass. And go ahead and line it up there. So with all the score lines folded down for the base, I'm going to go ahead, close it up with those two little notches in there. And like that, it's all set. What I wanted to do next, if I decided later to add a little vellum to create a little votive, I can show you how to do that too. So what I did is I slid a piece of vellum, or actually we can use our stencil film too, slide it in the backing behind the snowflake and adhere it down, and it's got a great little area for your candle to glow through. So I decided to add one more embellishment to the front panel where the little votive is going to show through. I went ahead and I took the same die that I used for the window opening snowflake. I cut one little piece of the snowflake out with adhesive backing. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. And I know it's going to match up perfectly because it's using the same die. And I'm going to just do it off center just a little bit so you can see the shadow of the blue. Put a little jewel in the middle, and it's a great little box for the holidays. So using our card wrap snowflake, it's a great little addition to add to your winter wonderland festivities. So this would run through the machine and cut in one pass this exact same shape. But how cute is it that we used it here as a crown, backed it with one more piece cut the same way in a cream color, and added some embellishment and some jewels. So using the same die, I cut the snowflake in blue twice and also in a glitter paper twice, and I laid them butted up against each other from base to base and created a card front for this invitation. It would be a beautiful holiday card, an invitation, or a card if you're going to be bringing a gift to somebody during the holidays. So for the snowflake favor box, here's an idea that you can use for a card. Using all the little windows that I showed you earlier with the cutout to cut the snowflake, we created a little shaker card and used the same embellishments that come with the die set to create little embellishments on the card. Jingle all the way. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please share, like, subscribe, and leave a message. Happiness is life handmade.